All right, episode 7, the Ahsoka Memberberry episode. Let's talk about this one. And let's talk about the inadequacies of Thrawn. Everyone seems to praise this guy as a genius, and I'm just not really seeing it, and I'll tell you why. But firstly, we've got the Memberberries episode. We've got the Memberberry Anakin training her with a hologram. Obviously, learning from holograms was first. Well, I don't know when the very first time was, but the first time I remember it was in the original Star Wars, in the original Superman movie from the 70s, where he learnt from the hologram crystals in his crystal cave, crystal castle. So that's the first time I've known of hologram teaching. But so we've got this, and now she's got a box full of holograms. So that means we've got loads of member berries we can delve into. Then we've got the Empire Strikes Back Memberberry versus the Ahsoka Whalebone Memberberry, and asteroids in Empires, Whalebones in Ahsoka. Leia saying we'll get pulverized, her robot saying we'll get pulverized. C-3PO going off his head, her robot going off his head. Han Solo turning off the power and attaching his ship to a cruiser. Ahsoka turning off her power and attaching her ship to a whalebone, which to me is a premonition for later on. She'll turn off her power and attach her ship to either Thrawn's cruiser or the ring. That's my prediction. Let's see if that's what happens in episode 8, because it's the only way they're getting back, unless the whales mysteriously come back somehow. Okay, so lots of little memberberries there. Now we have Thrawn. I don't know who laid the mines. Clearly it wasn't the ring. We didn't see Thrawn say anything other than let's prepare for their arrival. So we have to assume that off screen, behind screen, when something else is going on, he must have had shitloads of these mines on his vessel still and sent something up into space where the whales come out to lay all these mines. So that's the only assumption we can have. Okay, so Thrawn's grand plan is to make Ahsoka waste time. I don't really see a reason to bombard her in the whalebone thing. He doesn't really think he can kill her. Now, his logic is if we do this here and this here, she'll think she's making decisions, but we're really directing her somewhere. But you're directing her to her friends. The longer she stayed in the whalebones, the more time she wasted, and the more time her friends were being pulverized. If you'd left her in the whalebones while her friends were being attacked, she wouldn't be there to save them, right? Plus it wastes her time. Now you say your goal was, ultimately it doesn't matter if they're killed or not, but then you go and try to kill them. They were riding away. Let them ride away. They're gone. Leave them to be gone. But then once you decide you want to kill them, kill them. So yes, Balin, you could have gone down with Shin and killed them, then gone on your side quest. But Thrawn, once you sent 2 gunships, they're on the ground. Your ships are in the air. They don't have the ability to fly up. So you could have just shot them from the air. You didn't need to land troops, because at that point Ahsoka wasn't there. So there is that. The fact no one can hit Ahsoka's ship and do any kind of meaningful damage is just like massive good amounts of plot armor going on. Even when Ahsoka, if you assume, the Jedi, they can see the future a little bit, that's why they've got good reflexes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I can warrant that maybe Ahsoka can make little adjustments to the ship because of her force abilities. But her robot doesn't have those abilities. So now am I assuming because he was a Jedi trainer, he's just a super good air thing as well? Because remember, Obi-Wan said flying is for droids because they can do things quicker. Is that how he can avoid getting shot out of the sky as well? It's the only possible explanation, but it's never really explained. So after the dumb fight with the turtle people, and instead of shooting them from the air, they want to engage them on the ground, and Shin says kill them, and no one fires. Ezra says, hold on, what? Why is the troops listening to Ezra and not shooting? Why do they need to have Shin tell them to fire again? You were given an order, your military, the order was basically fire, you fire. You don't wait because the enemy said, oh, hang on. No, you fire, it's the end of the story and they're all done. But of course, it's a nice little delaying tactic so Ahsoka can arrive after her fight where she told Baylan she didn't actually have to beat him. Well, that's fine. Then why engage in the fight in the first place if that was your attitude? As soon as he got off his dog, you could have just run away. Because remember, Ahsoka, you jumped off the ship thinking you were going to run to your friends, not run down and engage Baylan and waste your time. Because you said, I don't have time for this, which meant you thought you were going to run to your friends, so keep running to your friends. But once Baylan's off his dog, thanks Baylan, I'm off. Run to your friends. Because then he's got to go and find his dog again to get back on it if he wants to engage you. So that kind of didn't make a lot of real sense to me. Baylan could have helped Shen. Deed's done. Thrawn could have blown him out of the sky. Deed's done. And then for Morgan constantly questioning Thrawn annoys me. But him saying, but she's wasted all this time and we've loaded the cargo. But you could have killed her. She could be dead. And, oh, but she's so far away now. Yes, but you had ships that flew there and back, which means her ship can fly to you as well. So it doesn't really matter that she's far away. She's got a ship and can come to you, and that ship has guns on it. So it could do some stuff to you. The fact the Night Witches could find her in the whalebones, but I guess apparently couldn't find Ezra out in the green with the turtle people. As soon as you have one thing shown here, you've created a plot hole somewhere else. So my question still arises. They could sense Ahsoka, they know Sabine, they could do all this stuff. Why didn't they pinpoint Ezra? Now that they could pinpoint Sabine, the big question is still, why didn't they pinpoint Ezra all that time ago? Because the goodies have the most awesome plot armor. The one I felt sorry for in this episode was Shin. She was abandoned by her master. She was abandoned by Thrawn's troops. And then offered a lifeline by the people that she just tried to kill. And just the look on her face when all that happened, I just wanted to give her a hug, just to cheer her up. But instead, she ran away on her dog. She rode away on her dog. So my prediction is that I don't see Shin dying, because people don't really die in Disney Star Wars streaming things, not unless they're the super duper baddie no-name people. The people with names don't really die. And especially not going to have a female die. The only way that the female will die is if she sacrifices herself for the good of the goodies. But I'm not really seeing that happen. I'm seeing her converting back to the good side to join them in the fight against Thrawn. That's my prediction. And I'm going to laugh my head off if Baylan either uncovers Snoke or a power that takes his body over and turns him into Snoke. Yes, I know that we saw the Snoke clones in the other thing, but that doesn't mean to say that this isn't where they got the clones from originally, which is this Snoke guy or whatever. But either way, all paths, all roads lead to the Disney Star Wars butchering of George Lucas's original 6 movies, and all we are ever going to end up with is Rey Palpatine winning the day.